Hey guys, James again for TFBTV. We got a nice, crisp, cool 80-degree October day here in Louisiana, so I'm capitalizing on that, doing some dad chores around the house, and you wouldn't believe this, but I called Caldwell to ask if I could have a lead sled. I told them I'd do a little video, plug them, because I've had a lot of you guys asking for a little bit more detailed accuracy tests in some of the reviews. Figured I'd give it a shot, and when I contacted Caldwell, they were super cool about it, and they were like, hey man, we'll send you two. Here we've got the Lead Sled Plus. Instructions, toolkit. The lead sled comes to you partially assembled. It will require only a few minutes using the two provided hex keys and stamped wrench to fully assemble your rest. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Caldwell, but you guys don't know how dumb I am. This is going to take a while. All right, they refer to this as the frame. It says assemble the front weight tray to the frame. Sadly, not a lot of pictures in the manual, just a schematic. Makes it a little bit tougher for me. Wow, that actually really wasn't that hard. I've got this thing assembled. It's pretty well made, as you'd expect. I mean, everybody knows Caldwell's kind of synonymous with the lead sled. And even though they bribed me, you guys just saw it was really easy to put together. I'm sitting here watching the game, maybe check the manual a couple of times. Now, there weren't as many pictures as I would have liked. However, it was straightforward. I didn't even really need to look at the manual. And as I said, I'm really, really dumb and bad with my hands. So for you guys, it might take even less time. Let's get this other one. All right, now this other box is substantially larger and heavier. The Lead Sled DFT, dual frame technology. Wow, this thing looks really sophisticated. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. All right, now this manual's got more pictures, step by step. Got to put the weight tray on backwards. Anyways, this one, the DFT was a little bit trickier, but all in all, really not that difficult to assemble either. Took a little bit longer than the much simpler Lead Sled Plus. I'll give them both a shot at the range. All right, I've got the Lead Sled Plus set up for this M4. Now, you guys can see if you're pistol grip shooters, you might be in a little bit of trouble, especially if you're shooting prone. Gosh, or especially if you're shooting seated and you're above the ground. As you can see, my M4 right now is pointed kind of in an upward arc. And that's because the pistol grip on this M4 goes right into the main support rod here on the Lead Sled Plus. You can make the front of the gun go up and down with this little wheel here. Really nice, very smooth action. But at a certain point, if you're shooting a gun with a pistol grip, it's gonna hit the support pole. So in order to avoid that, I've got to raise it up a little. So to get things level, what are you gonna wanna do? Well, you're gonna wanna elevate the back end. I suppose one way to do that is to maybe stack things in the little pouch here for the stock. Another way is this foot in the back, but right there, that's about as far as it goes. And I think that might put us on target. So I gotta say, guys, this Lead Sled DFT is pretty badass. I didn't really understand just out of the box what it did over the Lead Sled Plus, but when you're dialing this thing in, it's like dialing in a medieval siege machine or something like that. You've got a crank here that brings the front end from left to right. Then you've got a massive wheel right here that you can see lifts it up and down. So when you have your eyes in the reticle in this scope, you can just make these minute adjustments to get your shot on target. It's pretty impressive. Very, very fine increments. Next up, we've got the AK in the Lead Sled, and this is gonna be a little bit awkward, and not just because of my shorts this time. This AK, the banana mag, you can see runs into the dual tubes on the bottom. So I've got this thing propped up. I've even got a box of Wolf back here, propping up the rear of the Lead Sled just so we can get this thing on plane. So it's gonna be a little weird, but I'm pretty sure the results are going to be good. Hey, thanks again to Caldwell for sending me these Lead Sleds. I'll tell you this, my final thoughts on them. I really think that getting the dual frame Lead Sled is worth it. The ability to move the fore end of the Lead Sled back and forth, the fine tuning adjustment, and really having the two tubes so you can have a magazine slip between them instead of riding on top of them, or your pistol grip, for example, it makes a huge difference. So for me, you know, at first I was thinking that the Lead Sled Plus would be sufficient for just about anybody. It's well made, it's simple. However, today I pretty much only used the dual frame Lead Sled. Anyways, if you're thinking about using a Lead Sled, I can highly recommend them. They are great, especially for long days at the range. You're putting no stress on your shoulders at all, no recoil, and you can really get to the nitty-gritty of the accuracy that your gun can produce. You can squeeze every last MOA out of your rifle in the Lead Sled. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Caldwell. Thank you again to our sponsors, Ventura Munitions and Proxibid. I will see you guys next week.